Hello, Dr. Liu and class. My name is Tamer Abdelhakim, and this is my provider contract presentation for Alianta Health. The provider network in healthcare is constantly evolving to meet the needs of the patients. The presentation looks at the provider network in healthcare and discusses the various benefits and drawbacks of each one of the different provider networks. The presentation aims to convince Ashford Medical Group, or AMG, multi-specialty practice with 10 healthcare providers to join the in-network provider at Alliance. The company faces several challenges regarding the provider network, and all the providers face the same challenges. AMG is deciding which network is best for them to join and if they should join one or two. Therefore, the paper will justify why AMG should join the Alianta provider network and provide an overview of the provider network that will be discussed in details in this presentation. Justifications for being an Alianta's network provider. One of the reasons why AMG healthcare providers should choose Alianta as their network provider is because we have the ability to accommodate all of the serviced facilities on a single platform. This means that we have the ability to integrate all of the locations, allowing our customers to have the ability to streamline their billing processes. We are able to work with all of the providers in our network and make sure that they are able to provide the care that our customers need. Alianta is also a partner with many of the top hospitals in the United States and is able to work with them to ensure that the customers get the care they deserve. We have integrated many different healthcare facilities into our network, and we are constantly adding new facilities so that our customers are able to have access to the best care that they need. Therefore, with Alianta joining the network, with AMG joining the network, we are able to assure our customers that healthcare will be able to provide the best care for them. The credentialing process is a process of certifying a recognized medical professional's credentials and evaluating their history and dependability. Medical practice is a high-risk and complicated process, so it is important that the credentialing is reliable and accurate. Therefore, the process that AMG should follow includes documentation where they are supposed to provide and validate all the documents required from the medical practitioners for the credentialing process. Next, they should keep the records of the practitioners who are complying with the credentialing process. After that, they should identify the top payers to which they are expected to send claims, which in this case is Alianta, and then file it in a specific format. The next step is to make sure that the enrollment of the payer is done by making frequent follow-ups. The last is making updates and re-credentialing the payer's document. Once the process is done, the same should be documented on the AMG records, and that can be presented to the medical practitioners for verification. Two important common clauses. The two common clauses include no balance billing and the non-discrimination clause. The no balance billing clause states that the health insurance policy will not impose any penalties or charges for services not covered by the policy. This provision is in the interest of the customer and is necessary to protect the health of the policyholder. This clause is also necessary in order to protect the health insurance company from customer complaints about services not being provided and to avoid a balance billing situation where the customer is overcharged. Therefore, AMG will need to contract with a health insurance company that will have this clause in order to protect the company from the customers' complaints and balance billing situations. Our company prides itself on excellent customer service, and our main concern is ensuring that we adhere to this clause in order to provide our customers with the best possible experience. The second one is the non-discrimination clause, which states that the health insurance policy will not provide any special benefits or benefits to any particular race, gender, religion, political affiliation, or another characteristic of the insured, as specified by the clause. The purpose of the clause is to protect all members of the policyholders from discrimination and exclusionary practices by the health insurance company. This clause is necessary in order to ensure that all members of the policyholders are treated equally and without discrimination. Therefore, AMG will need to contract with a health insurance company that has this clause in order to ensure that they are not discriminating against any policyholder and are providing equal coverage to all. The importance of provider contracts in maintaining a provider network. A provider contracts with a healthcare organization is one of the most important documents in a provider network. The network as a whole benefits from a contract in a number of ways. One of the benefits is that providers are able to identify a contract that is suitable for them. This ensures that they are able to fulfill the needs of their patients and are not hindered by a contract. Another benefit is that contract can ensure that providers are able to give the best possible services to their patients. This is because they will have a contract that allows them to offer better services to their patients and a contract that is relevant to the provider. Additionally, provider contracts ensure that providers can be sure that they are protected from the other providers in the network. This ensures that if a provider leaves the network, they will not be left to provide services to patients alone. Network adequacy refers to the extent to which a network is capable of delivering a required amount of services. As we will see, the adequacy of a network is often determined by the number of people who can be connected to the network or the size of the network itself. When a healthcare provider joins our network, they are seen as a valuable resource and are given access to a wider range of patients. However, when a healthcare provider makes a mistake, they could be seen as a liability to the network and therefore be blocked from accessing that network. Some of the significances of network adequacy include the ability to connect with others in a specific network. In addition, the adequacy of the network can also help members of the network find information and share experiences such as emergencies and health issues. Network adequacy can also help healthcare providers to access information about the network in a timely manner. To conclude, the presentation was aimed at inciting AMG to join the Alianta provider network. In the presentation, we looked at convincing points that AMG should examine as they choose whether or not to join. Some of these convincing points include the fact that Alianta is a well-established company with other very reputable healthcare providers who have expressed their confidence in our services. The presentation also looked at the credentialing process, which included documentation of the document necessary for the credentialing of the healthcare practitioners who will be working for all AMG and other important steps in the process. We also looked at the two common clauses, which are the No Balance Billing and the No Discrimination Act. And we provided that Alianta is a company that meets all of the criteria for AMG to join the network. Thank you for listening.